Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhakti Cha Kripa Murti Narayanam Seva Kunja Braja Ramye Govardhana Giro Sada Radha Kunda Rasananda Tattat Seva Pradayakam Gurum Narayanakyamtam Vande Vinoda Prashtakam Yatpada Smriti Matrena Damodara Prasidati Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Maditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaudattushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindha Dena Bandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Bhakta Vihina Parada Laksha Chittasya Kamadita Rangamadhye Kripamayi Tvam Sharanam Kripanna Vrinde Namaste Charanara Vindam Vajhami Radha Maravinda Netram Smarami Radha Madhura Smutasyam Smarami Radham Karuna Bharadram Tato Manyasti Gati Nakapi Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare First of all, my Krishna Vartana Tadmutan Lord Shri Paramarajam Guru Para Padma Vishnu Pada Bhakta Shri Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Swami Maharaj Secondly, of my Krishna Vartana Tadmutan Lord Shri Shri Rupanula Gaudi Guru Varga of my Krishna Vartana and all simple Vaishnava. Continuing with the reading of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, Slok 35. Shreyan Swadharma Viguna Paradharma Sanushtitat Swadharma Nidhanam Shreya Paradharma Bhayavaha. It is far better to execute one's Swadharma, even though imperfectly, than to perform another's duty perfectly. It is better to die discharging one's own duty in accordance with Varnashram system than to engage in another's duty, for it is dangerous to follow another's path. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is speaking on Varnashram Dharma Tattva. How one is allocated one's ashram and varna according to one's qualities, one's gun and karma, activities. And based on your qualities and activities, you should perform, you have certain responsibilities and duties. You are allocated a certain responsibility in society. It's better to perform that duty, which is meant for you, even imperfectly, rather than try to follow someone else's duty, even if you're doing that perfectly. In other words, one should not do that which is not meant for you. Everyone has been given certain qualities according to their previous karma. According to those qualities, we are acting. It is appropriate to act according to your qualities, not beyond that. Someone is a Shudra. They may be very intelligent, but doesn't mean that they should start teaching in society. It doesn't mean that. Because they may be intelligent, but their nature is very low class. Then they'll teach other low class people, they'll teach other inimical people even, and those demons and those asuric people, they'll get strength and knowledge, and then they'll create so much more disturbance. Whereas a Brahmana, he may not be so intelligent. Brahmanas usually are intelligent, but maybe for some reason he is lacking certain qualities. He may not be supremely intelligent, but he can teach what he knows. And because he is a Brahman and he has a good mood, then that will be beneficial for everyone. So here Krishna is advising one should remain fixed in one's swadharma. And for devotees, what is our swadharma? It is bhakti. Bhakti is our swadharma. We have no interest for anything else. And if a devotee does anything else than bhakti, then it is again improper. So swadharma is the atma dharma. It is the dharma of the soul. It is jaiva dharma. Dharma of all jivas. Chit dharma. Sanatan dharma. This is what ultimately is eternally existing between Bhagavan and the soul. This beautiful prem seva. Sri Bhagavan sees that due to attachment and aversion, Arjuna is becoming unable to engage in his own prescribed duty of fighting. Instead, he considers it easy to engage in ahimsa, non-violence, which is paradharma, the duty of others. Ahimsa is not the dharma of a kshatriya. A kshatriya will sometimes have to exert force, punishment, give punishment to others, administer. That is for the welfare of others. And the kshatriyas administer this punishment under the guidance of the brahmanas, gurus, society. Therefore, Sri Bhagavan is speaking this sloka beginning with the word Shreyan. Viguna means that although one's dharma may have some defects, one may be unable to execute it properly. It is still superior to performing paradharma, which may contain all good qualities and be executed correctly. Anustita. For this reason, this sloka, Shreyan Swadharma, is spoken. He said in Srimad-Bhagavatam 2nd canto, Vidharma paradharmascha abhasa upamachala adharma shaka panchema dharmogyo dharmavat tyajet. The tree of adharma has 5 branches. Vidharma, activities opposed to dharma. Paradharma, following another dharmic principles. Abhasa, making a show of dharmic principles. Upama or upadharma, practicing principles that only appear to be dharmic. And chaladharma, cheating dharma. And knower of dharmagya will abandon all of them as forbidden acts. So, according to one's dharma, one should act. And one should not accept paradharma, in the sense that another person's dharma, which is not meant for you. But one should try to realize one's responsibility and act accordingly. 5 kinds of adharma we just heard. Activities opposed to dharma. This is things that are sinful activities. Paradharma, following other dharmic principles. You have a certain responsibility, but you leave that and you're doing something else. Abhas, making a show. I'm so dharmic. But not doing it with a mood of dharma. Not doing it with a mood of responsibility and duty. Upama or upadharma, practicing principles that only appear to be dharmic. The activities seem to be dharmic, but in reality they are not. And chaladharma, cheating dharma. Acting in a way that is actually detrimental to others. Trying to inflict some harm on others for one's own benefit. So, upadharma, definitely upadharma and chaladharma is more of someone who is trying to garner name and fame, of being a dharmic personality. And they make a show of doing activities that are dharmic. But really, then he's not doing the mood of dharma. Where chaladharma is someone maliciously, they are taken up like a spy. In wartime, then they send spies to other country. They know the language, everything perfectly. They have the citizen, have the passport, everything. Everything seems like they're part of that state, but they are secretly in conspiracy with the opposing government, opposing country, and they are giving information that might be vital or helpful for the war effort. This is like cheating. Dharma. Doing something that is maliciously, like Dharma Dwaji, someone a devotee like Ravan. He came in with dressed as a Chudandi sannyasi, but he stole Sita like this. Or like this. These two in Ramayana, these two Rakshasas. We know what the names were, but one brother cut the other brother and cook him. Then they'll feed the rishis. Then when the ones that will eat and digested, then he'll say, come out, come out, come out. Then by chanting that mantra, then he would burst out of their stomachs, he would become whole again. And this way then all the rishis would lie dead and they would cut up and eat the rishis. Like this. Someone who is maliciously trying to gain his own benefit on the expense of others. It's Chaladharma. All these 5 types of adharma, you should give up. But ultimately Krishna even says, Sarva Dharma Parityaja. Even that which is, even your Swadharma, your Varnashram Dharma, your mundane duties, pertaining to this body and society, even give these up. Surrender unto me. What to speak of adharma? Even dharma, that you ought to give up dharma. Therefore, Raghunatha Swami said, Dharman, adharman. He said that. Anadharma, dharma, viraktam, kilakulu, bade, Arapisha Pujan Paricharyam Ekalo. He said that give up this dharma and adharma. Raghunatha Swami is told, don't practice this. For devotees, we have no interest. If a dharmic principle is favorable for devotion, we will adopt that. And therefore, we adopt so many dharmic principles. So many things we are practicing which are dharmic. But we're not doing it in the mood of a dharmic person, in the sense that he's doing it in the sense of duty and for the sense of following dharma. We're doing everything for the pleasure of the Lord. There's night and day difference. We're doing everything solely for the pleasure of the Lord. Therefore, and if it is favorable for our service, then we may accept it. So here Prakashika Vritti. Activities such as non-violence are prescribed for Brahmanas situated in Sattva. For Kshatriyas in Rajagun, the prescribed duty is fighting. Therefore, the Swadharma for Kshatriya is to engage in battle. Even if a Kshatriya dies in battle, he attains Swarga. Therefore, it is better for him to fight. So it's a win-win for the Kshatriya. If he wins, he gets the kingdom. If he loses, he goes to Swarga. It's all beneficial for him to fight. But if the Kshatriya were to do something else, then no, that would be adharmic. Neither you will get Swarga, neither you will get fame and prosperity in this world. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, one who follows Swadharma may die before attaining a more elevated state of Dharma, a higher adhika. Still it is auspicious because to perform Paradharma is always fearful and dangerous in any circumstance. In times of emergency, it may be accepted that one person may perform the duty of another. In the absence of someone at a crucial time, the need may be that someone may have to step up and take up that responsibility. In those cases, it is allowed. It is a temporary adjustment, a temporary situation. But if someone was to permanently leave one Swadharma, one Dharma, and take up another Dharma, this will not be good. Like a mundane example. So in wartime they have medics, doctors, nurses, they treat the wounded. So in the absence of a doctor and medic, then it may be that you need to, in emergency, treat a fallen soldier or anybody. Then you do some adjustment. Injection, you close the wound, or somehow you make some adjustment till you're able to see the doctor. Or even anyone gets into an accident, you try to help them till the doctor arrives. So that is okay. But if you were to full-time take up a profession, being a doctor medical without proper training, then what will happen? You take someone to service. Then you may not be, or you try to become a surgeon. Surgeons, their hands are very, very, have not anyone can become a surgeon. They have to have the proper hands. The hand has to be steady, and they have to have the certain kind of hand for surgical ability. You have big worker hands, size of 184. Then what? Like this, your hands are like shovels. Then no, this hand indicates that you are worker class. You should shovel. You should construct, build. These hands are not meant for surgery. Look at artists' hands. Artists' hands are always very fine, minute. They're meant for drawing all these things. So not everything is meant for you. But in a case of emergency, you may take up these activities. But if you were to do that on a regular basis, then there will be a fault. This consideration, however, does not apply to Nirgun Bhakti, means performing Paradharma. When the stage of Nirgun Bhakti is attained, one can give up Swadharma without hesitation, because at the time his Nitya Dharma or Sarup Dharma manifests as his Swadharma. Because when you accept Nirgun Bhakti, then you are giving up all other dharmas for that Bhakti. And the adhikar for Bhakti is what? It's simply desire. Even though you may not have the adhikar for Shuddha Bhakti, but Guru and Vaishnava, they are going to put you in a program, put you in an environment that you can develop Shuddha Bhakti very quickly. So then there is no fault. And they mentor and they tutor and they encourage the jiva on the path of Bhakti, and then they become qualified very quickly. So all jivas, they are eligible to perform Bhakti. There is no fault for giving up one's Swadharma, one's mundane morality and responsibilities, duties for the sake of Bhakti. Rather, it is commendable, it is glorified. One should give up these mundane dharmas because they only pertain to the body and the society at large. They are not pertaining to the soul. Therefore, even though they may be favorable on a mundane level, but on absolute level, only Bhakti is glorified and accepted. Everything you do here, work here, it will not go with you to the spiritual world. You're going to have to leave it here. You should understand it is temporary, these are inferior. Therefore, Vaishnavas do not spend time glorifying mundane works, mundane activities of this world. Because they are temporary and they are insignificant. Rather, we glorify the activities and pastimes of who? Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Satam prasangam mama virya samvido. Pravanjahit karna rasayana kada. Tad josharan apavarida avavartumai. Sadharati bhaktanam pramishati. The katha, that is very potent, is Bhagavan's katha. And it will actually help you develop very quickly from Shraddha Rati to Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. Here, Swa. So here we made a point that once you accept Bhakti as your dharma, then that becomes your Sarup Dharma. So that is actually the Nitya Dharma, the eternal Dharma of the soul. Means now you are actually properly, you are really situated properly in your eternal position as a servant of Krishna. This is far higher position than any mundane Swadharma. Therefore, Vaishnavas are glorified to be thousands of times more, millions of times more glorious than a Brahmana. Brahmana is the highest Swadharma. Because even Bhagavan himself said, Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Chatya Krishna Govindanama. Even Krishna, he worships the Brahmanas. They are glorified, they are exalted. They are known as Bhusuras, the gods of earth, demigods of earth. They have all auspicious qualities. All these auspicious qualities. But compared to the transcendental appropriate qualities of Vaishnavas, they are insignificant. Because Vaishnava has prem, he has devotion. So it's far superior to any mundane quality, even if it may be sattvic. That's the difference between nirgun and sattvic. Sattvic is still bound to this world, but nirgun is transcendental. Here, Swa means the real self, and Dharma means the jiva's eternal function. In that stage, the swadharma which one previously accepted in relation to the body and mind becomes paradharma. That is secondary to the duties of the awakened self. So that which you leave behind now, that is paradharma. Now you should not go back. Now that is someone else's dharma. Means someone else's dharma means what? Even though it was yours, it becomes someone else's because it is a lower adhikar. There are so many people on a lower adhikar that can perform your duties. Therefore, it is your duty to accept the high adhikar, that is the Sri Bhagavan. Devarshi bhutaktam neinam pitrinam naking puranayam rani sadajam sarvatmanaya saranam saranyam gato mukundam parihritya kartam. 11th canto Bhagavatam. Those who have taken exclusive shelter of Sri Mukunda, who is the only shelter, and who have renounced all varieties of karma, no longer remain indebted to the devas, sages, living entities, perfected persons, and forefathers. He is directly saying, you have no debt towards devas, sages, other living entities, perfected persons, forefathers. Your parents, society, nothing. You don't owe anybody anything. You are free from all that. Because you are one-pointedly appointed to serving the Lord. Tavat karmani kudvita na nirvidyata yavata matkata shavanada va shraddha yavan najayate. Again 11th canto Bhagavatam. One who has not become fully detached from the enjoying the fruits of his activities, karma, and whose faith in the process of bhakti and the hearing of my passion is not yet sufficiently developed, must certainly engage in karma and prescribed duty. Jagis or bhaktas of Bhagavan, on the other hand, have no purpose to achieve by engaging in karma. So till what? Shraddha awakened in what? Matkata Shravanado. Shraddha in hearing, chanting, remembering the passion of the Lord. Then Tavat karmani kurvita na nirvidyate yavata. You must perform your duties. If you have no taste in bhakti, then you cannot do bhakti in a steady manner, in a fixed way. You may do for one day, then you give up, then what is the use? Then stay in that position you are and do your duties. And try to incorporate bhakti into your life as much as possible. By that, by doing your duties in a calm, detached manner, and by performing and engaging in devotional activities, slowly your heart will become purified. Then you will become qualified to engage full time in devotional service. That quality comes, one achieves that quality very quickly by simply developing faith and surrendering to Guru Vaishnava. They say you have a little bit of shraddha, they will accept you, and they will encourage you on this path and give you all power and strength. Therefore we say that Ekaki Amar Nahi Bhayabar Harinam Sankirtane. Kumi Kripa Pari Shakha Bindu Diya Deha Krishna Namadane. Alone I cannot perform this path. O Vaishnava Thakur, please give your mercy. You give me the strength to be able to remain on this path. So the adhikar for devotion, that Guru Vaishnavas, then may they give you that adhikar. They say you have a little desire, then they will encourage you. And if you accept their encouragement, accept their mercy, then very quickly you will advance. And no need for karma, this and that. Nothing. Slok 36, Arjuna Uvacha, Ata Kena Prayuktoyam Papam Sarati Purushaha, Anichan Api Varshnaya Balad Eva Niyojita. Arjuna said, O descendant of Vrishni, what is it that forcibly impels a person to engage in sinful activities, although he is unwilling to do so? So someone doesn't want to do something bad, but he does it because he cannot control himself. What is that which is causing him to do those things? Bhavanavad by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Earlier in Gita 3:34 it was said, Raga Dvesho Vivastito. Even a man of discrimination can develop attachment to sensual activities, such as the desire to enjoy another's wife, which are forbidden in Shastra. In this connection, Arjuna asked this question beginning with Ata. What is it that impels a man to engage in sinful activities as if by force, even though he performs such activities unwillingly, well aware of the regulations as well as the injunctions of Shastra? In other words, by whom is a person impelled to desire to engage in sinful activities? Someone may have all discrimination, but he engages still in bad activities. Why? What's forcing him? Prakashika Vritti, the Gurudev is saying that in this shloka, Arjuna has addressed Sri Bhagavan, O Varsneya, O descendant of Vrishni. Krishna appeared in the Vrishni Vangsha, dynasty of Arjuna's maternal grandfather and grandmother. That is from his mother's side. It means his mother's father and mother. Arjuna Surasen was, that is Kunti. Kunti Devi is the mother of Arjuna. And who is the father of father of Kunti and the mother of Kunti? That is, I think Kunti's father is Kunti Bhoja. But anyway, we'll see. It is mentioned here. So Krishna is, and that means Krishna is actually the father. Vasudeva and Devaki are actually the brother and sister of the father and mother of Kunti Devi. That way they are cousins. Krishna and Kunti are cousins. So in that way it is saying, that's why he is called Varsneya. Krishna appeared in the Vrishni dynasty. Surasen was also born in the Vrishni Vangsha. His son was Vasudeva, Krishna's father. And his daughter Prita, okay, here is explained. Surasen was born in the Vrishni Vangsha. Surasen's son was who? Vasudeva, that is Krishna's father. And his daughter Prita was Arjuna's mother. So here, Surasen, Prita is a name for who? Kunti, another name for Kunti. So that means Surasen's son is Vasudeva, who is Krishna's father, and Surasen's daughter is Kunti Devi, who is the sister of Vasudeva. And that was Arjuna's mother. So that makes Arjuna and Krishna also cousins. Why? Because Kunti is Krishna's auntie, and Vasudeva Maharaj is Arjuna's uncle. So that makes Krishna and Arjuna both cousins. In India, cousins in India they don't see any difference. Actually, cousins and actual brothers and sisters, they don't see difference. Yeah. If someone is your cousin, it's as good as your brother or sister. Very minute difference. Basically no difference. So they consider like that. The relation is so close. The hidden indication in Arjuna's prayer to Krishna is, since I belong to the same dynasty as you should not neglect me. At present I have fallen into a pit of doubts. You have just said that the Atma is completely distinct from inner qualities or mundane relationships. Who then impels the jiva to engage in sinful acts if such action is not their constitutional nature? Therefore, Shishupal also is Krishna's cousin. So Shishupal's mother and father, they are also, I think there must be also the brothers and sisters of Vasudeva and Kunti. Shishupal also is the cousin of Krishna. But look how, even though he is related directly with Krishna, he is also immovable. So that means just being born in a favorable situation doesn't mean that you're going to act in a favorable way. See, the parents, they give janma, birth, which jiva, child. But the parents, they cannot prescribe the karma, the activities of the jiva. They can give birth, but they cannot give the karma. The karma is performed by the jiva alone. He alone decides what he will do. Decides to use his free will and independence in a good way or bad way, that's up to the jiva. Therefore, sometimes people think, oh, I'll have a child and my child will be a pure devotee, this and that. And they have so many expectations. There is no guarantee for anything in this world. Advaita Acharya had 6 sons. 3 of them were atheists. Advaita Acharya, Sadashiv, Mahavishnu himself. And out of those 3 who were devotees, only one of them really fully embraced Mahavishnu line, that is Achidananda. We can see Prithvi Devi and Varahadev. By the union of Prithvi Devi and Varahadev, one son was born, Nara. Narak, because of bad association with Asuras, he became an Asur, Narakasur. He stole 16,100 queens. Then Krishna had to go kill him and then deliver all those queens. But other Nityananda Prabhu had so many sons, and Abhiram Thakur came up with his pranam, they all gave up their life. But they were not. Because Abhiram Thakur will offer his pranam, if someone was not pure devotee of the Lord or Vishnu Tattva, then he would give up his life. Sachi Devi had 8 daughters. All of them died in infancy. Shantanu Maharaj and Ganga, they had also 8 children. 8 children. The first 7, Ganga Devi herself threw in the water. So, there's no guarantee. You wonder, oh, I'll have a child, this and that, he'll be devotee, then that child can be developed and become a great demon. Like Ravan's father is who? Vishwasava Rishi, who is directly the son of Pulastya Rishi, who is the son of Brahma. Great Rishi, great soul. But Ravan turned out to be complete nonsense. His son also, another son, Kumbhakarna, only one of his sons turned out to be good, that is Vibhishan. Kumbhakarna and Ravan, they are both nonsense. One is such high class one. They are basically one of the first Brahmanas. Well, Brahma is the original Brahmana. The Pulastya Rishi is second, he is direct son of Brahma. He is like the first generation of Brahmanas. Then second generation is Vishwasava Muni. And then third generation, basically third generation Brahman. But how he is nonsense he turned out to be, no guarantee what your position will be. So, therefore, what impels the jivas to act in simple activities? Why do they act in this way? And Bhagavan is going to answer this. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Kama Esha Krodha Esha Rajaguna Samudbhava, Mahashana Mahapalma Vidyayana Mihabayinam. Shri Bhagavan said, the desire to enjoy sense objects, which indeed transforms into wrath, is born of passion. It is all devouring and extremely formidable. Know it to be the primary enemy of the jivas in this world. It is Rajagun. Rajagun is a big problem. It generates this calm, this growth. It is all devouring, Mahapapma, very simple. It is the really vairi, the real enemy of the jivas. Bhavanava, Kama, the desire for sense objects invariably engages a person in sinful actions. Impelled by it, he acts sinfully. Calm also appears differently and is seen directly as anger, krodha. When the desire for sense object is obstructed, it transforms into krodha, anger. Calm, which is born of Rajagun, gives rise to anger, which is in Tamagun. If one asks, once a person's expectations are fulfilled, will the desire for sense objects be satiated? Shri Bhagavan responds by saying, Mahashana. It is all devouring. In Smriti it is said, Yat pritivyam vrihi yavam hiranyam pashastriya nalamat kasyatat sarvam iti matvar shamam braja. All the grains, barley, gold, animals and women on earth cannot satisfy the calm of even one man. It is best to understand this and become content. Why? Because this calming means desire. The Atma has unlimited desire. And everything in this world is limited. So everything in this world cannot fulfill your desire. You can enjoy everything in this world, then still after that you will want to enjoy more. Because the Atma, it doesn't run out of power. There's no battery in the Atma. The Atma, it says it has more brilliance, more power than millions of suns. It's unlimited, it's eternal. So the desire is like waves in the ocean. The waves in the ocean never stop. No, they keep coming. The desire of the Atma is always there. That calm is always there. Therefore, the only way to be free from this calm is to utilize, offer that calm in Krishna service. Then that calm will become aprakrita calm, transcendental calm. That is prema. Therefore, it said that prema is like gold and calm is like iron. Therefore, it is said that Krishnendriya priti icha thare Atmendriya priti icha thare bole kam, Krishnendriya priti icha dhare prema. The desire to satisfy one's own senses is called kam, and the desire to satisfy Krishna's senses is called prema. Therefore, all the grains, barley, gold, animals, and women on earth cannot satisfy the kam of even one man. Impossible. According to the above statement of Smriti, it is beyond a person's ability to satisfy his kam. Again, if the question is raised, if there is no possibility of controlling this lust by offering its desired ends as a truth, then do we have to control it by pacifying it? In response to Bhagavan says, Mahapatma, it is extremely formidable and difficult to control. You think you'll pacify your kam? Oh, I'll give some little something, then I'll give peacefulness. No. This will not control that kam. It's like putting ghee on a fire. Put some ghee on the fire, it's only going to fuel the fire. Help it burn longer. This is not the way. The only way is engaging this kam, this your desire, the Krishna service. Make your desire one with Krishna's. Perform, have Sharanagati, Atmanivedana, and engage all your body and senses, your desire, energy in Krishna service. Prakashika Vritti. Kama and Krodha have been described as the prime enemies of the jivas on the path of liberation. Kam, the desire to enjoy sense objects, is specifically the original enemy. Krodha, anger, is just its transformation. Kam has been described as Mahashana, or an enemy whose belly is never filled. In Srimad Bhagavatam 9th canto, this has been seen in the history, life history of Yayati Maharaj. Na jatu kama kamanam upabhogena shamyati havisha Krishna vatmeva bhuya eva vivardhate. By adding ghee to a fire, the fire becomes intensified. Similarly, by the fulfillment of kam, one's desires are intensified. They do not disappear. In other words, you just not only maintain it, but you'll also increase the desire. It will become worse. Yat prithiviyam grihi yavam hiranyam pasavastriyam najuhyanti mana pritim pumsa kama hastasyate. All the grains, this is also Bhagavatam 9th canto, all the grains, gold, animals, and women on earth cannot satisfy the kam of a lusty man. Therefore, one should, Japanese English they say, I was saying, out of sight, out of mind. Don't, if you're looking at something all the time, then you're always desiring it. If you keep it away from your eyesight, then you will not think about it also. If you're not thinking about it, you will not desire it. So, to be in a controlled environment, a restricted environment, is favorable for bhakti. This is very helpful for giving, dovetailing this calm and desire in Krishna service. So everything you see is related to Krishna. We're in the temple, you see the Vaishnava, Thakurji, Tulsi, Mahaprasad, Kirtan. So everything we do, our senses are in contact with Tariya Vastu, the original things that are directly related to Krishna. And then when we engage our senses, we engage them in a mood of serving. Like we serve Tulsi, we serve the temple, we serve Thakurji, we serve Mahaprasad. And by this, our desire becomes dovetailed. It's very hard to enjoy spiritual things. How will you enjoy Tulsi? How will you enjoy this temple? Okay, I guess you can sleep and eat here, but or how will you enjoy Thakurji? I guess you're looking at them, you'll feel some happiness, but basically the environment is in such a designed in such a way that you will encourage you to serve. Especially when the pure Vaishnavas are present, and they're always encouraging us through their Harikatha, through their love and affection, teaching us how to serve. So therefore, when we walk around the temple, we see some garbage, we clean it up. We come in front of Thakurji, we offer pranam. We see Tulsi, we offer pranam, we offer water, we do parikrama. Everything here is encouraging us to serve. In that way, our calm becomes dovetailed and utilized in Krishna service. And this way our senses also become attracted to Krishna. Because Swami Maharaj Prabhupada said, oh, temple should be spotless, clean, like Vaikuntha. always using good incense, nice singer, nice fragrant Mahaprasad, nice Hari Nam Sankirtan going on. When the jiva comes, his senses will become attracted to these spiritual things and not to mundane things. And then he'll want to engage in service. An enemy is controlled by the four principles of Sama, appeasement, Dhamma, bribe, Veda, division, and Danda, punishment. If you want to control an enemy, first you try Sama, try to pacify, try to talk some reason, and if they're not listening for talk, then okay, you try second option, bribe them. Hey, take something. Now, you be happy, we'll be happy. But if they don't want the bribe, then you try to divide them by politics. By Rajniti, you create some tension in their camp, some division, create parties. This is what politics is nowadays all about, it's division. Why are the politics so divided? Why all everywhere? Because everyone has one common enemy. They create a division, they divide. People, Prabhupada said, the whole world is controlled by 5 families. Swami himself said. How do they control? By creating so much political division. But reality, it is all just a game. There's no left wing, there's no right wing. It's only politics. They are just players on the stage. They're all being funded by the same people. And they're all being told what to do this, do that. And they believe in what they're doing. But they don't realize that the same people who are paying them are paying their opposition also. And this way, by this drama, the people's minds are not looking at the real enemy, but looking at the created enemy. Create this war, create this famine, create this pandemic, create this, that. People are worried about, then also on top of that, they have all the entertainment, Super Bowl, Hollywood, this, that. The people, their mind and senses are so engaged. They have no time to really think about the real meaning of life. What is Bhakti, what is Bhagavan, Dharma, all these things. They have no time for these things. And they don't realize they're being controlled by these few people. And what do they want? They're controlling them by taking away their freedoms, their money, their wealth, everything. The rich are getting rich and the poor are getting poor. And once you divide, then you can punish. Punishment in the sense you put in your own principles, this and that, your own rules, and what can people do? Like when this COVID comes, then people, because they're so divided, they have no unity, they couldn't even protest against it. Took away all their freedom, people couldn't do anything. They did for a little while, 1 or 2 years, introduced so many vaccines, made so much money, people were forced to do everything, they had no option against it. This is called punishment. When there is division, then next punishment comes. So this is how you control an enemy. Here Sri Bhagavan is explaining that this formidable enemy, Kam, cannot be controlled by the principles of Sam, Dham and Veda. You cannot control Kam, you cannot bribe your lust. Oh, I'll give you something. No, you will create it worse. You try to appease it. No. Try to divide your Kam. Focus your mind on other things. It won't help because until you focus your mind on Krishna, the Kam will keep coming up. Division will not work. And punishment? So, he is thus indicating that one should use the principle of Danda, a word of chastisement and control the desire for sense objects. So Danda will work, but also that will not work on the long run also. Until you do Bhakti, even Danda will not, it's not the ultimate solution. You have to do Bhakti. Engage it by force. Then, it will come under control. This will be further clarified in the next sloka. The enemy Kam can be destroyed when one acquires the weapon of Atma Gyan, self-knowledge. Next we'll hear then. How is Krishna going to tell us how we can really overcome this Kam. Gauramananda Hari Hari Bam. Jai Shri Guru Padma Ki Jai, Guru Parampara Ki Jai, Sachinanda Gaur Hari Ki Jai. Saparshada Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Srimad.Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai, Srimad Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Pad Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Sankirtankari Bhakti Vinda Ki Jai, Anandavadi Vaishnavinda Ki Jai, Samgata Bhakti Vinda Ki Jai, Jai Gaur Vimananda Hari Hari Bam.
reference to that?